Part 3 podcast.
Let's fucking go.
Stephen Malbon.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get right into it.
Put him down for the birdie, dog.
Just a bit outside.
Gang is back together.
Somebody give me your fucking putter. Poured the putt in. I had to make it.
Welcome back to the Part 3 podcast. Behind me, we got some legends. J.R. Smith, Aaron Beverly, Courtney Lee, and Stephen Malbon.
Hey, good job, my
And just like that, we're at it again. Good to have you guys. Obviously, it would be great to learn a little more about you. As a fan of golf, as a fan of basketball, obviously that's what the two of us have in a background bringing, etc. So, JR.
First of all, I'm gonna jump in. No disrespect to you, obviously, for pushing the golf. I don't want to knock none of that. But I got to get straight to the competition. I've been competing against them for a minute. Like, this ain't nothing new to nobody in our field. Bro, how? What happened? What transitioned you into getting into this game? Because I know what happened for me, but I want to hear your story.
Man, it was I was at Topgolf with a couple buddies, bro, and they thought it was hilarious I couldn't hit the ball, bro, and it drove me crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna circle back after some lessons. But in that process, bro, I got hooked. I got the bug. And the next thing you know, I'm buying all this golf gear. I'm buying all that golf equipment. I'm going out and golfing, and you realize, like, when you golfing with a good group, bro, you out there, you drinking, you having fun, you vibing, and it's just like time flies, bro. And it kind of translates to that feeling you have in the locker room with the homies after the game, on the road playing, which I'm about to do after that. And so that's what got me hooked.
That's crazy, man. Because for me, like, just that vibe of the whole atmosphere, like you're saying, like that camaraderie of the locker room and everything else. That's what like really hooked me, because it's not too often you get like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, like, unless you really play the video game and shit like that. But like, it's not often you really get that time to really get outside and you competing. Not only is you competing, but you got like that just like that brotherhood. Or even if you bring your kid, like I bring my kids along all the time, so it's like really like a family atmosphere, and like just that whole energy is different. Just being outside, still competing, still having fun, and just again like almost like that locker room talk when you playing with your boys.
Yep.
But hey, how'd you like? Bro, you all the way here with
Yeah.
Like
So real quick
Go
on the
ahead.
intro. We went yesterday, played Tehama. This course is, I'd say, quirky.
Yeah.
You give it a good word, right? You don't know where you're hitting it. It's weird up and down hills. You're going around corners over here, blind shot here, there. So I picked up probably 5-6 holes. Just, I don't know what I'm doing out there. And then I get in and they say, oh, did you hear Aaron Beverly? He shot 66. Never seen the joint before. There's no big deal. And so then I said today, he played 40 holes on the par 3 behind us for the youth on course, 100-hole height. How many birdies you have? 20. Hit birdie every other hole. No big deal.
You just get hot.
Easy
You just get hot.
Just
You
get hot.
get hot. You just hit it close and make putts. But no, I love golf. I got into it. My biggest thing was, like you guys talk about the locker room feel. I loved it because instead of basketball where I have to rely on other people for my success, this is all dictated on me. I control everything that happens. So I'm hyper competitive, and it's been always great to me just to be able to play and be in control of what happens. And it's just what fuels me every time I go tee it up. So my dad put a club in my hands 3 and been playing it ever since.
That's dope, bro. Cause I've been playing hoops since I was 3. I picked up everything else at like 5 years old. I started playing like organized sports, really like football and baseball. But for me, hoop was like the thing I just grew up with. When you was like growing up, like cause for me, it was like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna make it. Like, it was never like a second guess or like there was another option. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you feel like that when you like, cause I talked to someone like one of my boys, Darrell. Darrell Wright. Like, he started hooping when he was in high school. He just so happened to be just that good, just so fast. He was really a baseball player, but he just excelled really fast in basketball. Like, for me, there was no other option other than hoop. Did you feel like that growing up?
Yeah, my mom had me in ballet when I was 3 at the same time, and I was kind of naturally better at that, so I did that from 3 to 17. So she kind of wanted me to go that route. I enjoyed practicing golf a lot more, but I'd say when I was about 13 is when I realized, okay, I can solely focus on golf if I want, I can be really good at it. It's kind of been ever since that point where I'm like, all right, this is my thing. And people always say, it's good to have options, but I didn't want any other options. I just want to play golf.
Bro, where you from?
Sacramento.
You're from the Sac?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that's different for us.
Yeah.
That's very different. Like,
Very.
You grew up in golf and ballet.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, you like the first.
Yeah.
You
For me,
you're the first. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that story is very unique. No one really has that same background, but it always is tied in well. Ballet teaches you good balance, flexibility, and I mean, my golf swing is kind of built on that. So
The ballet is obviously like, I've heard like baseball player take something from that, or I learned how to play golf. I learned tennis first. So I learned how to like draw the ball or cut the ball from tennis. And so when I went to golf, I had I had it figured out in my brain first. But here in ballet, like that is tech.
I think just body awareness bigger than anything. Like, where your body's supposed to be. So when someone someone gives me a lesson in golf and they say, oh, you got to put your hand here, your arm here, it comes kind of naturally just to be able to move that easily.
And then like the tempo and the flow and the gracefulness of it, right? And not like hitting it aggressively.
Yeah, no, I think most people when they look at my swing, especially with driver, they say I swing slow, but I swing at 125, 126. So it's not slow, it's just smooth.
Smooth,
Yeah,
right.
So all of it moves in the way it's supposed to.
That's
amazing.
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough because, like, for us, like, oftentimes you always hear somebody like, oh, he jumped or the way he moved in the air is like a ballet. Then, like, bro, you actually know what that is supposed to feel like, also within what you actually trying to replicate and do.
Yeah.
Like, that's very unique to me because I saw a lot, like, even in football, I played football, I was wide receiver, and they say, oh, he jumped and whatever, and then you can, quote unquote, look like you parallel on parry. I don't know what none of that means.
Yeah.
But like to actually know what that feel like and your fluid of motion of what you're trying to do, I can only imagine like the connectivity that you have with your swing and like for us would be like, for me anyway, like to my shot, whether I'm falling this way or falling that way and the fluidity of it to be able to actually translate that to ballet, that's tough.
Yeah, it's been pretty neat.
And so you started playing at 3. Mm-hmm. So 13, you realized because you were playing junior tournaments and such?
So the way it worked, my dad they had a new high school and they put together a golf team and I was in 8th grade. So my dad was teaching this bunch of these kids getting together to play high school golf and he would take me to their practices and their first qualifying, I beat everybody. So then I was like, oh, okay, well, they're all older than me. I'm beating them now. It means I can be decently good at this. So kind of just ever since then ran with it.
And then what about the difference between, I mean, obviously it's a huge difference, but the difference between learning when you're 3 versus how old were you when you started?
It's 36.
36, it's wild, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, the kids learn relatively fast. Like, especially now if you watch juniors go, like everyone has a great swing. Everyone looks fantastic at the age of 6. But what's good about like Courtney, you're an athlete. So athletes are way easier to teach, at least because you know where your body's supposed to go and you have speed. But so you try to take somebody who's not athletic and teach them golf, it could be a headache fast.
Yeah. My trainer, my coach, he's picky who he takes. And if it's someone who's in their 30s or whatever, he'll do one lesson and then he'll call me and be like, that's going to be great. I can work with him. Or he'll call me and be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. No.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because you see it too. Like some people, 36, they book at the club. It's like,
yeah.
I don't have enough energy to teach this guy.
That's when you tell them pickleball's a great sport.
You might pick another lane.
Yeah.
See, where do you feel like your transition was when you felt like I'm gonna be like I just want to play, and then I need to really get good because you say you were like a 10 right now.
Yeah, 10 handicap.
So
really when I decided to just focus on golf is when I was playing pickup right after I was didn't get picked up by a team, so I was playing every day, working out, and then I was also golfing and taking lessons. And then I realized that when I went and golfed, and then I went and played pickup, I twisted my ankle, and I was more mad about not being able to golf. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill now, because golf is different, bro. It's like, even being out here, bro, you get to travel the world with your homies, you get to golf, you get to have a good time, you get to be in different cities, just the vibe, the chemistry, bro. Yeah, man, when I twist my ankle, I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. They not calling anyway. It's over. It's over.
I tell people all the time, bro, like, man, they tell me, why you ain't not hooping? Why you not hooping? I'm like, listen, if I hoop and play pickup with y'all and I twist my ankle and I can't play golf,
Oh, bro.
I feel bad for my lady. Like, she gonna be more mad at me than anybody. Like, bro, you in the house all the time now? Nah. Ain't no
So
way.
beginning to get to 10, how many years? How many years you been at it since that Topgolf?
This is like a year and a half now.
That's
Dang.
impressive.
Yeah, a year and a half.
That's
You at
wildly
10 in a
impressive.
year and a half?
Yeah, but my year and a half is like the normal man's like 5-6 years.
True.
Because I'm playing at least 3 to 4 times a week. I'm taking lessons.
Right.
And then the kids, I'm just getting out there and playing, putting myself in positions with better players. And so just picking their brains and trying to learn and also trying to beat them. So it helps.
And where have you got to travel this year golfing? Where's some highlights?
Shit, I started off with your tournament during Art Basel in Miami.
Yeah.
I did Timberlake's tournament in Vegas. Derek Jeter's and Bahamas. And then I've been to Cabo, Chileno Bay, played Twin Dolphins El Dorado. Then just throughout the states, man, Cali, Sherwood, Bel Air, stuff like that.
Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach now, shit, mark that off. Tomorrow we're playing Spyglass, so that's dope.
There you go.
That's tough.
It's amazing at what golf, the predicaments it can get you in, and like the people you're playing with at like all of these places, right? It's like, you know, like the club I'm a member of, the Preserve up there. It's like I'm played in the member guest, and I played against some guy, some random dude, whatever. And then he said to me, "Oh, you know, I'm a fan of your brand, whatever. If you ever want to do a photo shoot at my house, you know, just bring me a couple polos. You can shoot at the house." I said, "Where do you live?" And he said, "You know the White House right behind the tee box on number 10 at Pebble?"
Oh, no.
Which you know the house.
I know exactly
right?
what
It's
you're
like,
talking about.
damn, that's your house? If this is the house that every single person who plays Pebble looks at the house
Everybody
and says,
sees
"I
it.
wonder who the hell lives in that house."
That's him.
And this is just this random, you know, it's so amazing, the random people. I mean, even you, Jerry, you just did the what was it, the Tech, World Tech.
Worldwide
Yeah, out in Cabo.
technology.
Yeah, out in Cabo. And like,
Jack.
play with Jack. You got out there, the big cats out there
No,
with you.
but the crazy part about it is, like, in the email when they first tell me who's playing in the event, like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? This is Michael Block. It's just a Timberlake. It's like, all right, cool. Like, these are my people. And then at the end, it's like Jack Nicklaus. Like, what you mean,
Yeah,
bro?
that's crazy.
Like, is this little Jack or is this big Jack? Like, what you mean? Like, don't be just
Be Jack.
just don't be putting Jack out there like at the end, like nobody like bro. Of course I'm coming.
Yeah.
What you mean? The opportunity to be around him is, I'm coming.
How nervous were you hitting it in front of him?
Man, listen. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's literally like, and I hate to do it. I love to do it, but it's hard for me because it's like playing with Mike. It's like nonstop. Like for me, like that's just like I don't know. Like when I see them and like I could imagine, like I haven't met them yet, but I could imagine I can't hit a ball from the Tiger.
Yeah, that's
Like for me,
that's
like I don't. It ain't even about your game, bro. Like me personally, I'm insecure within what I'm got going on in front of you.
Yeah.
It ain't even about that.
Yeah.
Like no disrespect. I don't even know if I can hit a ball in front of you, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Like shooting a
Shit,
jump
I
shot
know.
in front of Mike. Like, bro, I don't even know if I can shoot a fadeaway in front of you, bro. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
I feel crazy.
I had Tiger introduce me at the Genesis last year on the first tee.
Oh my God.
It was 6:40 in the morning. It was our tee time, and he does the whole intro, right? And then I got to go to the tee and hit the first tee shot. I've never looked at my hands and not recognized my hands before. And I was holding the club. I said, "Please just make contact." Striped it. It was great. I was so happy. He's like, "Hey, good shot." I said, "Yes."
I live for this moment.
I was like, "Yeah, this is what I practiced for." It was great.
that's fine.
Made birdie. And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna tell that story for the rest of my life."
I hear that.
How'd you do at Riv?
I did good until the 8th hole, and then I made a 9, and then it was just kind of a little spiral from there. The split fairways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Hit it in the middle?
I hit it. I was in the ravine,
Yeah.
and the pin was front right, but I had a good lie. The ball landed 1.5 feet to the right of the flag, and then just rolled
Cut
down
into
the
that.
hill,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to hit it and roll down the hill again, and then over, and it got out of hand fast.
Damn.
That Riv's a good one, isn't it?
It was great, fantastic course. fantastic.
What do you play now? What's your schedule?
I played in a bunch of APGA events this year, played up in Canada for 3 years, and so just grinding, do a bunch of Mondays and try to get some exemptions and play on tour.
How hard is the grind of it? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand because it's such an individual sport, and like a game like basketball, it's so much. I don't want to say it's so much easier because I don't want to discredit what we do, but at the same time, Courtney could attest to this, it's easier to get swept up under the wing of a team you float around for a while opposed to literally, in y'all situation, you getting it off your own dime, like you literally gotta perform every single weekend. If not, then you just it don't happen like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the challenging part. I graduated college in 17. I moved back home with my parents, and my dad, a week later, was like, all right, you have to get a job, right? And I was like, well, I thought my job was gonna be playing golf. He goes, how are you gonna pay for it? I said, all right, fair enough. So I started working at a golf course in Napa and did every job possible, worked in the shop, worked on the range, caddied, whatever I could do just to make money so I could go play in tournaments. And so I did that for 2-3 years and then gave lessons at the same time, and then eventually just started playing well enough to make money and get some sponsors, and it kind of is gone from there. So I look at it now as every time I get to go travel in a tournament play, it's fun because I know the other side of it, working and having a caddy for people and just hating having to do that. So I look at it now as all a blessing and just able to go compete. And I enjoy the hell out of it, getting to travel and go to different places and try to make money.
I'm sure the family was obviously proud, but like just being able to see you live out your dreams, like we've had been fortunate to have our families a part of a lot of our careers, and just being able to see you go out there and do what you love to do. Yeah. Like, and granted, it may not be playing golf, it may be designing clothes and whatever else. Like, although my man Remy give my boy a hard time, but he still don't know how dope that is, he man. Wearing his own clothes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like having that, for me, a lot of it is like respect of my family, the way I look at it, and being able to have them be proud of me because I was able to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish and do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. That's, I always told my mom I didn't want to be a statistic. So, I graduated high school with honors, graduated college with honors, and now playing golf and staying out of trouble. So right. That's the biggest thing that she could be proud of me for, and I'm gonna just keep doing that as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Courtney, why do you think you didn't start until you're 37? What held you back?
Probably just the popularity of golf, man. Like, you grew up in the inner cities, like, there's not a lot of people golfing. Yeah. And then you realize golf is an expensive sport. Like he said, you started playing basketball when you was 3, it was destiny. It's like, that's the easiest thing. You can find a park, they got rims, all you need is a rubber ball. You can go out there and practice and play for free. But man, looking back on it, I wish I got into it early, bro, because the long road trips, you go to somewhere like Detroit, end up in Oklahoma City with a day off. I'm just like, bro, said he just sitting in the room all day. I could have been out there golfing. So.
Man, I wish I could have played on your team at the same time, bro, because I'd have been had you out there. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was trying to get Shump out there. I was trying to get Mello out there. I was trying to get so many of my teammates out there, but everybody, I'm like, all right.
When'd you pick it up?
I picked it up like 15 years ago with Moses Malone.
Nice.
Rashard Lewis had a golf event, and I went, and I was riding around on the carts, messing with the cart girls, having drinks and shit, chilling. Yeah. And I was just like, man, this shit is all right. And Moses Malone was like, young fella, come hit this ball. And I got it, went up there, hit that shit 300 down the fairway. And I was like, oh, man, this shit is easy. This shit, what you mean? The second time I tried to hit that John, I was like, oh, nah, I'm gonna get this shit. Yeah. Nah. And then after that, it just literally like, and that was literally 15 years ago. And then since then, every day, every summer, I don't go nowhere without it's something. I gotta. It's either that or my putting. It's something like it's all in this. I just been hooked ever since.
It's amazing. My wife, she's getting hooked now, where she's obsessed, and she went. It's cool when you see someone go from like a person who plays golf to someone who's a golfer. Yeah, right. Like she'll wake up in the morning and like first words out of her mouth, like, I was thinking about it. If I just go a little. If I just hinge a little earlier with my sand wedge. It's like, that's what you woke up thinking about.
That's what you thought about.
Dreaming about it. It's amazing at how, like, you know, being an addict is not all good, but it's definitely not all bad.
No.
Right?
Right,
And
sure.
having that golf addiction is this healthy habit or healthy addictions or something else. But like, you know, even like there was a time where Eric would be like, really, you're playing again? I'm like, there's worse habits to have.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go, you know, play, walk around 4 or 5 hours outside, be healthy. It's good for my mental health. It's good for all types of shit.
Yeah.
Health.
100%. It's
But, like,
good for you.
It's good. It's great for the family. It's good. Who knows what might happen out there?
You being hurt.
Yeah, I told them, I said, you know, a lion that waits by the water hole will always get a zebra, right? And out of these golf courses, there are fucking zebras everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like your life can change. And it's like if on a golf course, if you go play golf, whatever, and the next thing you know, it's like your life can change in 1 second. Just being here. You know, it's like, oh,
Literally.
the guy with the damn house, come do photo shoots at that house at number 10. That's just like, this shit happens every time you play golf.
Yeah.
You're getting these type of
I
opportunities.
met a guy just wearing a logo in the airport. Just wearing the Pine Valley logo. He was like,
Yeah,
oh, you played Pine Valley.
yeah.
What do you think about number 3?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Here we go.
I know, like, here we go. This is the, oh, I'm a member of Cypress.
Yeah, no big
Oh, really?
deal.
Well, I'd love to host you whenever, well, let me get your contact.
Yeah.
Before
How's
you
next
know
week?
it, he's the president of IBM or one of
Yeah.
these Fortune 500 companies. You're just looking like,
Yes.
I would have never met you if you didn't see my logo and I
Yeah.
didn't see yours and be like, oh, it's speaking without speaking.
Yeah.
It's a totally different language. And that's
Absolutely.
what I try to tell my friends is like, bro, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to be you, but I'm also telling you to be you within this side, because when you on this side and they know when
it's
you
your
start
shit.
speaking that language,
Yeah.
we win all the way around.
Yeah.
But until you start speaking our language, it's a completely different swing.
And the amount of powerful people, it's like pretty much the, like, you know, invest in golf thing. It's like, if you think about any city, 90% of the money in that city is at 2 or 3 country clubs.
For sure.
In every city.
100%.
So 90% of the richest, all the money is at, you know, it doesn't matter, pick any market.
Yeah.
If you're in Detroit, it's like, okay, I can tell you the 3 clubs.
DGC.
That 90% of the money is at those 3 clubs. So even if you're a caddy and you go there and you just caddy there, your life can change at
Yeah.
any second.
You'll meet somebody,
It's like, yo,
yeah.
I meet my son. You two want to start a streetwear company together?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Come over. I got some people I want to introduce you to. Like, that shit can happen at any second, just being there. So like this youth on course thing that we're all helping with, et cetera, like, you know, like this, between everything we did with this, I think we raised 150 grand. That's gonna help 1,000 rounds or some shit, like thousands of rounds for kids to put them in that water hole. You know what I mean? And
100%.
it's like at any second, it's same as like living in like Hollywood for years. I lived there. Like, you know, like if you're an actor and you live in Hollywood and you go like to like the Peninsula Hotel, you just sit there at that hotel and drink tea. Your shit can go, you can go from 0 to 100 at any second, just
100%.
being in that motherfucker. Quentin Tarantino might walk in, hey, I wanna get you in a movie. It's like, woof. Next thing you know, you're a superstar and you're making money and you got movies and you're doing films with Brad Pitt. But like, Hollywood is the only place that your life can change that quickly if you're an actor. But with golf, it's like, it doesn't matter. Every single market is the same. Like, everyone with money, every old money, connection, et cetera, we know exactly where it is. It's not at the mall.
No.
It's at the Detroit Golf Club.
Yep.
For sure.
It's at the Chicago Golf Club. It's at Olympic. It's at Cypress.
It's at Shinnecock,
It's at
Symbolic
Shinnecock.
National. It's
And those members of
literally-
Shinnecock, like, they're powerful business people and powerful old money from all over the New York, tri-state area, but also all over the world are there. And then think of this side. So like, I try to be a member of Shinnecock. So I said, what do I got to do? The host that I have. He's like, it's pretty tricky. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, there's only 250 members. And in order to get the application to be a member, you have to have a letter from 200 members.
Oh my God.
So that's the nicest way of saying you're never
You
going to
have
be a
no
member.
chance. Yeah,
That's
200
it.
members, bro.
Because
What?
they know it's a fucking gold mine and they're not letting anybody in there. And so the only way you can get in is if your dad and your grandfather were a member,
Part of it.
then they get you the 200 letters.
Yeah.
No problem. But for a stranger, you might getting 5, 6 letters is hard.
Man,
Get to
200
never
letters.
get to
Come on,
200.
I try to-
Never getting in.
Man, I try to get. I'm not gonna say the name of the course, but it's a course in LA. I try to get 5 letters. Me
You could get 5.
couldn't get 5.
I bet the first 2 came easily though.
The first 2 was, oh man,
Yep. Yep.
what? The first 2, 3 was easy.
Okay.
We got the 4, 5. It's just started getting tricky.
Yep.
It's just like
You got treated.
I gotta come. You gotta come by my house. You gotta meet so and so and so and so. I'm just like, bro, I thought this was about golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a country. First of all, this is not a country club course. This is a golf course. This is a golf club. But the fact that I gotta meet your whole family and I gotta now you want me to parade.
Yeah, because that's
I
because
get paid for that. I'm
yeah.
not about to do that.
Yeah,
for
nah, you gonna
know
go
what I'm
have
saying?
dinner
Like,
with
let's not get it
weirdos.
twisted. Like, if you want me to do that, I get paid for that. I'm not about to do this for you for free for some letters. Like, fam, I'm already paying the premium to be a part of the course. This is not that.
Yeah.
That's because Ronald Reagan was a member there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's like, it's heavy.
But
This
see,
is
that's
not
like
that.
what Courtney says. It's tough to get a kid to just want to join, play golf when they're young.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you started with 36?
36.
Yeah, so exactly what you're speaking to keeps kids out from being able to go to really nice places and play. But that's like, youth on course is huge. It started when I was 17. And we could play golf for $5, and that was incredible. So if you don't have a bunch of money, and all of a sudden now I can play for $5 instead of having to pay $35, $40 to play, it's great.
I didn't know that if you're under 12, you play for free here.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, at the hay.
Yeah, at the hay. I didn't even. They just told me that at the restaurant.
Yep.
That's incredible. Like, could you imagine like so many different? For one, it's already however much for clubs.
Yep.
Just clubs.
If you want a good set, 1,800.
Tees.
Oh.
Like the
Yep.
for kids.
Yeah.
As parents, are you making $700-800 a month, $900 a month? Like,
not gonna work.
let's be honest with
That ain't happening.
people who.
No, it's not
like
gonna
that's just not. This is listen, man.
Yeah.
You better pick up this little round ball.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
gotta throw that football with
You
you
gotta-
and
yeah,
little
you
friends
kick it,
in the
you shoot it.
backyard. You kick
Yeah.
it, shoot it.
Yeah.
You gonna dance and rap or something.
Yeah.
But this right here,
It's not approachable.
no.
Yeah.
On top of that, a membership is
Yeah,
300
yeah.
grand,
Yeah,
yeah.
500 grand,
Yeah.
millions.
Yeah.
Even like
who-
30 grand for a membership just to get a good place for the kid to train.
Yeah.
And then you have all this too, like they do tournaments here constantly, right? And so but the cool thing is when you see like, you know, you got like, it's just like the LPGA. I go watch the LPGA constantly. So the chicks like Nelly Korda and Lydia Ko, they might have like 6, 7 people with them. They got their trainer, their shrink, their stretcher, their workout. They got everybody with them. Their putting coach, their iron coach. You know, they got a lot of squad with them. And then you see the ones that are the new ones, haven't made any money, don't have money. It's just them and their caddy.
Yep.
Like that's it. There's no one else there to help them. And when you see them on the range, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
But with this youth on course thing, you got youth on course kids playing in all the USGA, all the US kids golf, et cetera, et cetera. And like, they're so little, they get to play all the time. They can learn so quickly and get better. So it's like you said, a 6-year-old kid, it's like, it doesn't matter if you have 3 coaches and rich parents in a bougie country club. You're 6.
Yeah.
You know, you've only
Yeah.
played from 4 to 6. In 2 years, they're all like the same. So then you see even like the like kids starting to like when you say there'll be kids that we're helping right now that will be on tour.
Oh, yeah.
There's no
Oh, yeah,
question
for sure.
about it.
100%.
So it's like it just knocks that barrier down. Like there's a shitty municipal course, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, you have even like Sevi, you know, like the stories of Sevi, like him learning how to golf, hitting 4 irons on a beach and where he, you know, so it's like, it's such an interesting thing that like you're saying, like, if you can just get a job at a golf course, you start working at a golf course, somebody give you a 7-iron.
Yep.
Or you go lost and found area,
Yeah.
right? You grab you a few clubs. Next thing you know, you got a wedge, a 7-iron, a driver. It's like you can get pretty damn good with 3 clubs and you need a putter, right? But in general, it's like once you figure out how to hit one, if you can get good at hitting the 7-iron, you're going to be fine, right? It's all the same shit. You can figure it out from there. So I think the barrier's tough too when it's like, I need a full set of clubs. I need this. It's like, really, you just need like one rusty old ass eBay $10
to get started,
7-iron, you know? And then as you get better, you know, being around these courses, being around these members, these clubs, whatever, like it's easy for a member to be like, I got an extra set of clubs for you, buddy, here. You know what I mean? But then it is expensive. Then you got to get them, is it the right shaft? You got to get them cut down. You got to re-grip them. You need a fitter. It's like, so that's the area of the difference between like the rich family with the 7-year-old kid and the poor family with the 7-year-old kid. Swing-wise, everything's there. But when it comes to like getting fitted, you know, like it's a big difference getting fitted. When you get fitted and all that shit, if you're just using stock clubs, you got people hitting shots right behind us. We're striping it on this is number 2 of the Hay. It is a replica of number 7 of the world famous Pebble Beach, par 3, 106 yards, a little wind in the face, as you can see.
A little bit further away from the water than 7.
Yeah, just a little further from the water, but you can see the same ocean. They hit one up there in the Hay. They hit it in the glass joint.
Michael Block
just hit.
A little left, pure left.
A little short.
Wind
But
booming right now.
to go back to what you were saying, like in a lot of the sense of from our community is so many times where the barrier is just almost, I'm not gonna say impossible, but it's just very hard to be broken because again, you have the where you need 200 people to just write a letter and you're a first generational family with money, you know, and you just don't have the resource, not even just the name of the family of it, but just there's just simple resources of having the other people around you that's in situations to where they can change even somebody else's life, you know, not even your necessarily relatives' lives and that sort of thing is just like, for me, it's like a lot of it, when I look at going back to a HBCU, it's like I look at so many kids from our team who are legitimately, I look at them like, damn, bro, like you legit have a chance. If you had the right equipment, the right people in your ear, there's just a flight scope TrackMan to where you legit know your numbers, like the sky is literally the limit. And so oftentimes it's like you don't have the right either tutelage or numbers or having stats alone, or just don't even have a concept of, even now, like you would think a D1 college athlete just has the right way to practice. For us, it was like, bro, you do this, if you shoot in this spot 100 times, you shoot this spot 100 times, you shoot this spot 100 times, you shoot that. If you shoot this 7 spots, 100 shots a day for 365 days, I guarantee you can make a shitload of money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
turn to a shooter real quick.
Real talk. Like, you notice, like, bro, I was literally, as a professional, shooting 200-300 shots a day in the same spot, and then moved to the next spot. And I was a professional already. So for the youth to fully understand it is not only, yes, it's the equipment, but also is that motivation to continues to persevere. But once you are there, and you can attest to it, you being professional, you still working your ass, or both of us, you still working your ass off to stay there. Mm-hmm. And you need, not only as you growing up, to break those barriers of, and I just feel like it's harder in golf. It's just harder to be a member, even at the stage I'm in right now, to be a member at certain clubs is hard for me. So if I could only imagine for somebody who's making $60,000 a year to be a member at certain spots, it's just damn near impossible.
But the thing is, with golf, you can, like, you know, it's like like Remington. It's like, I don't mess with his swing. He's good. He knows how to hit the ball. He can hit every shot there is. But like, it goes to what you were saying with like just shoot here, just shoot here, just shoot here. It's like chip and putt.
Yep.
Just chip and putt for 5 hours a day. If you do that for the next 5 years, you'll win on tour anytime you want, right? But no one does that. They want to go hit drives and talk shit and hit irons and hit 7 irons. It's like, no, just go putt for 4 hours a day. Try that for a year, even yourself. Like if you putted for 4 hours a day for the next 365 days, you have to be scoring lower because you're going to get better at putting. And it's like, putting is you're supposed to putt 2 times every hole, right?
Yeah, or less.
Or less, but you know what I mean? You're not supposed to hit your driver twice every hole, right? So you're gonna use the putter, and then there are little places like my buddy I play with golf in Southern California, he's a sales rep for a skate company, and his job is to go and show the sales shit to the skate shops. So he knows all of the routes where he has to go, and traffic's so bugged out in LA, he'll go an hour early and know the public municipal course that's close to the skate shop, and he'll just pull up, park the car, get out, and just putt for an hour. But he can putt his ass off because he doesn't have the time to play, he doesn't have time to hit a bucket of balls, he doesn't have time, whatever. But like, if he's got 25 minutes, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go putt for 25 minutes, 10-foot putts, for 25 minutes straight like a robot. And that shit really does pay off. So like,
for sure,
you know, there's free putting greens everywhere.
Yep.
And you can chip there too.
Yep.
So like just that side of it, but like that's not the sexy part. That's not the fun part. That's not the hanging with the homies and you know what I mean?
It's like hard when you're not at Pebble Beach, baby.
Let's like, what got your handicap lower fastest?
Course management.
Okay.
Just like you're saying, bro, you don't always got to hit the drive on a short par 4.
Yeah.
Hit an iron layup and then get your comfortable wedge shot in there. So a lot of course management, also putting to save strokes. You get on the green in regulation, like you said, you 2-putt, walk away mad at that, but it's a par.
Yep, for sure.
That's if you get on the green or 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That part's important.
That shit is support.
100%.
You'll hit that fairway or you out of bounds.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I played my first like real live, I felt like tournament when we were in, I was in the Midwestern Ant, and I was so amped, I felt like I was ready, whatever. And I didn't realize the how important it was to so many. Like these are like the next Justin Thomases, Jordan Spieths, like young kids. Like I'm sitting here like, okay, like when they tell me this, I'm like, y'all gonna tell me this like right before the tournament? Like y'all gonna like, bro, I hit the first tee shot like 30 yards, bro, like duffed it off the top, topped it. Bro, the rough was like literally like a foot and a half high. Like, bro, it was a day. I ain't gonna lie, it was a day. And for me, it was like a lot of it was just not only preparation, but like understanding your environment and what you got going on. And I feel like if a lot of us get into this space and get into this game, we're able to really cultivate it where we can excel. You know, in this, I don't want to say, obviously there's a Tiger, and there's an Aaron, there's a Courtney, but like there's so many others that's coming up under this younger generation of whether it be COVID or whatever else, and youth on course. I think it's going to be really impactful for the community, and it's going to be great. It's going to see a lot more barriers being broken down and colorism within the game, opposed to just being, you know, what it's typically been.
Yeah, agree.
We got a question we like to ask. What is your dream foursome, dead or alive, to play golf with?
Ooh, that's tough.
Oh, wow.
I know you guys.
Well, look, I haven't been golfing that long, so I don't really know the history of golf like that. But for sure, Tiger's on there. I'll throw MJ in there just because I know how they gonna go back and forth and be betting and talking crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to just throw a wild card in there, man. I might have to throw Tupac in there with me, bro.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just throw Pac in there.
That's solid. That's solid. I think mine would be Tiger, my dad. The fourth one, I'm struggling trying to think. Honestly, it'd probably be Annika Sorenstam.
Oh,
just because growing up as a kid, she was always the best in the world. And obviously, Tiger was too. But it'd be fun just to play with them and see how.
Split around.
Yeah.
Oh.
That'd be hyper competitive.
How about the club you love the most in your bag and the one that you don't love as much?
Man, I'm gonna go with pitching wedge, the one I love the most. For whatever reason.
The P.
I'm super consistent with it. The one I hate the most right now is the driver, bro.
That's a lot of that.
It's like,
Especially if you tall, bro. I'm telling you,
bro, it's one day
horrible.
I'm bombing it down the middle of the fairway straight. Then the next day it's either hooking or it's slicing. It's just
And
like,
you
bro,
swear you're doing the same thing.
Swear.
It's-
Hey, the tour truck in the back, we about to go back there and get fit. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
Hey, what's up?
I mean, my favorite's my putter. Has to be, because that's where you make your money. Least favorite, I can't say any club because they all have to be decent. I can't
See what I was saying earlier? I said the same thing to
Yeah.
Block. I feel like that y'all was trained to say that.
But you can't, like, you can't, you have 14 tools and you can't sit there and not like one of them because you're going to have to hit it eventually. So you can't say, I don't want this.
Michelle, we was on the show, we asked her, she said, no, I like all of them. She said,
Yeah.
if I don't like it, I take it out of the
Exactly.
bag.
Like, I was,
If I don't like that
See,
club, it won't be
I
in
was
the
about
bag.
to say that. That makes sense to me though. Like if you don't like your 3-wood, you just
better
put
get a new one.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, he was
I don't
switching
hit the
positions.
3-wood.
Better get you a
Show us in the
2-wood,
Yeah.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Get you that new tailor-made 2-wood.
Yeah.
That
You
was-
can't hit the 1-wood, we just, we
the
move it
mini
up.
drive.
See,
Need it,
Lee,
bro.
let me ask you this question, because I feel like this will translate. Like, what do you feel like in basketball, like, your strength would be in golf? Like, for me, I know for sure, fading out that corner on the right-hand side,
Yep.
corner 3, that's me all day long. Like, and I know on the golf course, for sure, knockdowns. I can hit a knockdown I can hit that shit all day long. Full swing, now it might be fat, it might be thin, it could be perfect, but I know if I try to hit a knockdown, that's gonna be I'm gonna lay my head on that. What's yours?
Yeah, shit, basketball-wise, like I said, that corner 3, bro, that's where I made my living. But on golf, I'd probably say around the green with the bump and run, bro. I like using my 54.
Yeah, like that. If you could translate that to ballet,
Oh, I could
And
turn.
golf.
I could turn for days in
you
ballet.
can turn.
Pirouettes, easy, no problem. That was my thing. And then golf. Fuck, golf. Hard cuts with driver. If you need a low bullet cut with driver, that's automatic.
Little screamers.
Yep, a little fairway finder. Like my fairway finder goes 330, so it's good. So it's useful.
Yeah.
It's useful.
That's his knockdown.
Yeah.
But that's a knockdown, or is that like a literally
It's
like...
it's lower, and it just I call it bullet fader cut, and it probably flies carry 295, but it'll run 40 yards no problem because it's got no spin on it.
But it was like 50 yards off, 40 yards off the ground?
Not quite that high. I think the apex would probably be 40 feet, maybe that high.
Low, little climber.
Low, just
That's
yep.
nasty.
Climbing and fall over.
Exactly.
That's
As soon as you hit it, you just start walking.
Yeah, and just
And
whenever
where
I
in the
get
world
nervous,
you-
you just choke down a little bit, aim left, and just hit
Just
it.
hold it off.
Yeah, and it works 99% of the time.
Now, I'm gonna ask you one more question, and we can end it here. If y'all could both leave a legacy in the game of golf, what would your legacy be? So I'm gonna start with you because I know yours is gonna be way more complex. You've been playing it longer, and just your whole.
Yeah, that's a tough question for me, bro. Man, in golf, let me see, bro. Just it'd probably be just the personality, bro. Just being a dude that everybody just wanted to golf with and kick it with, bro. So just having that positive impact on the game and everybody's lives.
It's good.
No,
Well said.
That's good.
well said.
Mine would be just always finding a way to continue to play. Like I said, working at a golf course, working every job I could just to keep playing. There are so many barriers that come from golf that, you can always find an excuse why not to do it or why not to play or why not to follow your dreams. But for me, I always looked at, okay, I just need an excuse or a reason to be able to play. Just give me $20 and I'll go make it work. And so that would be, I'd want that to be my legacy, is that I'm always going to persevere through everything just to achieve the dream of playing on tour and being one of the best golfers in the world.
That's dope. We appreciate you both being here in this lovely background of Pebble Beach.
Can't beat it.
Thank you, Youth on Course. Stephen Malbon, Courtney Lee, Aaron Beverly, J.R. Smith. We'll see y'all next week.
Appreciate y'all boys having me.